So I'm on live commentary again. That's something that people should know. I don't interact with viewers on here very often. It happens once in a while, but it's awkward because that many people. But if in the future I get like 10, 12, 15 people who are chatting and asking questions and having like a public debate kind of thing, then I'll do it. Other than that, I'd rather do either live commentary or just show the view, show the sights, show where I am. Because that's the point of my live broadcast, is to show where I live, how I live. It's the simple things in life. It's me going to work. I am now, and people who have been watching, they will know, I'm on my way to the bus stop. And that bus stop is where I take the bus to work every single day. It's my first bus. I take a bus from this bus to another bus stop to a station. And from that station, I take another bus that takes work. The whole process takes about 2 hours, just one way. On my way home, because there's virtually no waiting time at the station, I just get off the bus and get into the train, so it's a little less. It's about an hour and 40 minutes. Never get used to the cold air. The cold air going into my nose and into my lungs. It's always hard to breathe. It's awful. I'm not ill. This is how it feels to me, and it always has felt. For the past 23 years I've been living here, it's always been really hard to breathe in the air when it's cold like this. And I know most Norwegians are going to tell me, it's not that cold. It's not that cold. Okay, it's not that cold for you. For me, anything below 20 degrees Celsius is cold. My hometown, Vitória, or Vix, like many people like to call it, Vix, is a very warm city. It's a little island just off the coast of Brazil, and it is never below, I think, like I'm saying below, but it's more like once in a while it will be like 18 degrees, 17 degrees, and everyone thinks it's super cold. And that's what a summer looks like here in Norway. And people want me to feel that it's hot when it's 17 degrees. And they don't understand, and they don't accept that I'm not hot when it's 17 degrees. They don't want me to wear a jacket when it's 17 degrees. And when I say they, it's like my acquaintances, some of my workmates, some of my students. I get a lot of comments. Oh, it's not that cold today. Why are you wearing a jacket? It's not that cold. Is it cold for you today? And it's almost like they expect me to say, oh no, today is lovely. It's not. If it's not, like, for me to say that it's lovely, it would have to be above 26, 28 degrees, 30 degrees. That's what's lovely. It's rarely ever like that. The summer, and I documented my entire summer. Last summer, I have, I don't know, 80 videos, if not more. And everybody can see day by day what kind of a summer it was here in 2024. So no one can tell me that it was sunny most of the time because I have proof that it really wasn't. It was actually cold, rainy, overcast most of the time, with a very few days when it wasn't. But then it's like, if I say that to people, people get so defensive and they're like, no, but it was nice. The weather was nice. I'm like, okay, okay. So when people ask me about the weather, I almost don't want to talk about it. Because if I'm honest, people get offended. So sometimes I lie and I'm like, yeah, it's warm. Yeah, it's good. But in reality, Norway doesn't have a real summer. And you can take off your underwear, throw it on the floor, and step on it and be angry and pull your hairs out of your head as much as you want. It doesn't have a summer. Summer is like 90% days.
Distance 1 kilometer.
All right.
Duration 18 minutes 36 seconds. Pace 18 minutes 36 seconds per kilometer.
All right. Like I say, every single day this pops up. I do not count steps, I count kilometers. So, yeah. A real summer, when I talk about a real summer, I'm talking about like a day when it's 30 degrees, 35 degrees, and it's super hot. And you can go to the beach and just jump in the water, and it will be so warm, and you will get into the water to freshen up, just to cool down because it's so hot. That's a summer day. They don't have anything like this here. It's always either mid or cold. And I understand that if this is the only thing that you have ever experienced, you will think that the 20 degrees is super hot. You will think that 25 degrees is super. I understand that. But then again, just don't argue with me, a person who has lived in Australia, New Zealand, Brazil, and states in the USA, such as Florida and California. Do not tell me that you have a real summer, or do not expect me to think it's super hot when it's 17 degrees, sometimes even 15 degrees, and people are wanting me to be jumping for joy. For those of you who don't understand why I'm at the supermarket at this hour, well, if I don't go, this is the thing, if I don't go on my way to work, this is why you see me at the supermarket before work. If I don't go to the supermarket on my way to work, on my way home, I will be so tired. I just want to go home because I travel about 3.5 hours to 4 hours to and from work every single day. I use between 3.5 and 4 hours of every single day of my life on a working week just to get to work. It smells so much like cigarettes in here. Someone has been smoking while they were stocking groceries. I absolutely hate the smell of cigarettes. I don't think anybody should ever smoke. Wow, here is where it really smells like cigarettes. Whoever was stocking these shelves was smoking. The whole store smells like cigarettes. Disgusting. I don't put pineapples on my pizza. I eat them as dessert. I know people think it's stupid because then I'll be carrying these groceries with me the whole day when I come to the shops before I go to. I say the shops sometimes, like they say New Zealand and Australia. I lived in those places. I wonder what my life would have turned out like if I had married a different person and stayed in Australia. But I feel like things happen the way they're supposed to happen. I have a beautiful daughter. We have a beautiful family that we've had. We've been together since 1997, ups and downs and all. So that was meant to be. So that's where I am right now. Okay, I want to buy some snacks. I snack on baby food a lot instead of snacking on potato chips. The only chips I ever buy are for myself. I buy chips for my daughter and stuff, but the chips that I buy for myself, they're lentil chips or the other kind that has fewer grams of fat. I have lettuce at home. I have garlic at home. I don't need any of that. Okay. These are really bad for you. These are the sugar-free type, but they're really bad for you, so you should not have a lot of them. They help me stay awake, and I don't like to drink my calories, so everything that I drink is like zero sugar and virtually 0 calories. Did I check to see if my wallet was in my bag? That's gonna be a bit of a Barry Crocker if it isn't. I'm gonna check now. That's what I should have done. I didn't want to startle my husband in the morning and wake him up. So I always leave in a hurry. It's always like hectic in the morning. I don't think that my wallet is in here. I asked the guy if I can pick up my wallet and come back. Unnskyld. Det mulig at jeg kan la det stå og så gå og hente lommebok og komme tilbake? Jeg bor i nærheten. Ja, ok. Yeah, like I always say, most Norwegians are very nice people. Very nice and accommodating. Well, I'm so glad that I actually left earlier than usual, so I'm going to be able to go get my wallet, do this, and I'm not going to be late for work. I'm teaching a class at 10:30. The Bronte sisters, Americanisms and the Americanization of the world, among other topics. Yeah, the group I'm teaching is doing a lot of British and American studies, as well as the 3 circles of English. So we have to cover social studies in English, history, literature. I mean, history is not my forte, but I do know what I need to know to teach these classes. They're focused mostly on the history of English-speaking countries, which I love. It kind of bothers me when I say like I want to visit more English-speaking countries, and people are like, why English-speaking countries? Dude, I am a flipping English teacher. Hello? Of course I want to visit more English-speaking countries. Canada, England, Scotland, Ireland, all of those countries, Northern Ireland as well. I know people are going to be throwing all the other languages and stuff in those places, but I'm focused on the English that's spoken in those countries. All the Commonwealth, the British Commonwealth, English-speaking countries. So the silver lining of this, I'm going to try to play the glad game. As somebody who's named Pollyanna, I have to know how to play it. And it means I have to be glad even when something goes wrong. Okay, so I'm glad that I have an extra kilometer to walk, and I'm gonna burn some extra calories in the process, even though I forgot my wallet and I have to go back home. I have to find my wallet. It's always a scary thought to not know where my wallet is, but I think it's in one of the bags I had yesterday or the day before. So yeah, I'm teaching this class at 10:30. It'll be a lot of repetition. I want to know how much they learned from the experience of reading about the Bronte sisters and watching a movie based on one of the books, Wuthering Heights, from reading excerpts from novels. I want to know how much they learned from this experience. And I know that sometimes like students are so afraid of saying the wrong thing or getting the wrong answer, and they will go to ChatGPT or they'll use AI. But that doesn't help me know how much they really learned. Because if they don't remember anything, then it's like part of it will be my fault for not saying certain things enough times or in the right way for them to remember. So I need to know where I can work to become better. Not just them, right? So we're gonna do a bit of repetition. The Bronte sisters. There's three of them. I know that people usually fixate on Charlotte and Emily. I mean, everyone knows Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights. But they had a little sister, Anne Bronte, who also wrote. And some people forget her. Agnes Grey was her first book. As soon as I start talking about this stuff, I lose all the viewers. I have like 3 people in here. When I started talking about the Bronte sisters, people just went poof and disappeared. I hate forgetting my wallet, but I just want to put everything back and then have to go and do the shopping again. So now I just have to get my wallet, go back, and I have to find my wallet. That's not going to be fantastic either. And I'm not going to be late because I left extra early today. It's the 3rd of February, and this stuff is still here, and it has been here since way before Christmas. My husband doesn't want me to say anything, and I'm not going to say to the guy, but this is a fire hazard, so the condo admin should know. I said it once, I said it twice, I'll say it again. I do not count steps. And like 10,000 steps, well, congratulations to you. I have no idea what that means. I'll tell you, I walk sometimes 10 kilometers in a day. But minimum, I think, is like 3 kilometers. But most days, I think it's between 3 and 5. And sometimes 10. I'm walking faster because there's a dude with a dog right behind me. I do not like that. I feel like, and that might be a very unpopular opinion, but not everyone has to like your dog. Not everyone has to be comfortable with your dog. Some people are afraid of dogs, and that's okay. Yeah, it might be an unpopular opinion. I should have grabbed my big coat when I was in my house just now. It's starting to snow, and I know I'm gonna be cold. I don't want this phone to get wet. I'm gonna take the bus. That's the bus stop there. I take the bus to go to work from there every morning. And go pick up my groceries and then take the bus.